Welcome back to Marketplace Midweek here on enhancing your vehicle ownership. Marketplace Midweek is the time when we get to sit down and look for and react to cars on the Facebook Marketplace and other various platforms. I was in the car, so I thought, you know what, why not film the intro to Marketplace Midweek this week in the car? And let's go ahead and jump over to the computer and see what we can find. All right, so this week on Midweek Marketplace, I'm going to jump to one of my oldest and favorite automotive platforms. At least it was long before Facebook Marketplace existed and before I found KSL, and that would be eBay. So I'm here on my eBay. It's kind of funny that all of my recently viewed and watched items have to do with car parts. Those are all for the Hyundai. I actually have videos coming out on the Hyundai this week, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram at EYVO_auto for sneak peeks and information on what I'm doing there. Now, I have not looked at these searches on eBay for a very long time. I enjoy looking at more local cars, Facebook Marketplace, and stuff like that. On eBay, unfortunately, a lot of dealerships have jumped on and they've kind of screwed it up, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about there. But I believe that these searches are for cars and trucks within like 50 miles of my house in Wyoming for under like $2,000, and this one was within, I think, like 100 miles of Rexburg. Let's go ahead and look at my oldest safe search that I have ever done and see what we can find. Right off the bat, I'm already liking what I see. I got a 1940 Chevrolet C10 Suburban. These are really cool old Suburbans. This one's $4,000. They're claiming a rare project vehicle. You know, they are somewhat rare. They're hard to get parts for. I don't know if you can say that they're a super rare. So of course it needs complete restoration. But I guess if you guys are in the market for a cool old Suburban that you want to rebuild, go check this one out on eBay. This search must be a little bit different. Maybe I've modified it because some of these cars are higher priced than I remember. Got a 2007 A3. I'm not familiar with the A3. It's the S line. It's Quattro. It's all-wheel drive. Alright, so my computer took forever to load. This car is in great condition. And yeah, it is actually, if you look at this picture from the side here, it reminds me a lot of a Chevrolet Malibu Max. I'm not big on the Max by any means, and I definitely don't really like this styling of this Audi, but you know, it's got a hitch. Someone's probably pulled with it. Looks like they drive it through the snow quite a bit. You know, it's probably got some use on it, some wear and tear. Only 111,000 miles. Probably good buy, $6,000. I don't know that I would spend that on a 2007 hatchback. One of my favorite things about using eBay as a platform is you do find some desperate sellers that are maybe trying to get more people to look at their listing, maybe try to find the right buyer that's going to pay what they want, but then you get a lot of classic cars. I mean, here in just this row, there's 3 Harvester Scouts on here. These are not easy trucks to come by any means. Of course, this one's more the Bronco type, and these are the pickups. This is probably my favorite one out of the 3. It's also the lowest price, so it probably needs the most work. They could be the same seller, you know, I don't know, so I'm not going to click on all of them, but I do like eBay because you get to find some of the more rare vehicles that are out there, or the more rare project vehicles. If you're into older vehicles, if you're into like restoration and stuff like that, eBay is an excellent spot to find some of those more rare or more interesting cars. I'm a big fan of the Harvester. Like I said, this one probably needs a lot of work. I would not mind restoring a Scout just because it's such a cool truck, and it is somewhat rare as well. Here's a Pontiac Trans Am. It's actually got one bid on it for $7,000. It looks like something I probably wouldn't pay $7,000 for. I don't know. This to me is not worth $7,000, but again, you know, maybe it says it's an Indy 500 pace car, so again, something more rare to find here on eBay. You can find cars with good stories on them, and cars that might just you know, have a little bit more uniqueness to them in a way. I used to be a huge classic car guy. I love the old cars, like these old trucks. I loved even, you know, this one's not that old, but I love some of the older Cadillacs and the old Oldsmobiles, and I thought how much fun it would be to fix some of those older vehicles up. And, you know, I've kind of grown out of that. I've kind of moved on. I've moved on to, you know, newer cars. I'd like to get a newer car than the car I have now. I like, you know, just different sports cars and trucks and whatnot. And not so much the classic cars for drivability reasons. I'm more into comfort and luxury, of course. Now, this is what I was talking about why I quit using eBay as a platform, because you start to get all of the dealerships, or the local dealerships love to use eBay a lot. And now my criteria on this search is up to $7,000. I used to have it at $3,000, so I have bumped that up. But here's the problem. If I'm looking for a vehicle for under $7,000, eBay's hard to use because these dealerships will have their vehicle at a starting bid of way under $7,000, but their buy it now price is way out of my budget. So when you click on one of these vehicles, the starting bid might be $500, but it'll say reserve not met here. That's because they're not going to let you buy this car unless you get, you know, within a couple $1,000s of their buy it now price. So, you know, because of that, I couldn't find what I was looking for on eBay as well. I like to look at the old cars. I like to look at what's around me for a certain price range or under a certain price range. And then you get the dealerships that get on here and throw their cars up, and it just kind of messed up my whole search. So I moved on to KSL. At this point, KSL's website was starting to get quite a bit better. And yeah, I quit searching so much on eBay because, as you can see, you can just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and all of these cars are from a dealership until, of course, the very end. But we did get some nice Easter eggs here at the top of my search. And honestly, you know, I'm going to keep the search saved here on my eBay, but I'm really not going to use it that often. I haven't used it again in probably 4 years. I don't think I've been on here. I jumped on here just for this week for Midweek Marketplace. So hopefully this video has been helpful. Hopefully you guys have learned a little bit about what eBay is like to use as a platform for searching for cars and trucks. I have not tried Auto Tempest yet. A couple people have told me that I need to get on Auto Tempest and try it because it combines you know, all of the different search engines into one place so that you can find exactly what you're looking for, and that they've got really good filters and all that sort of thing. So I'm probably going to be jumping on there soon in a midweek marketplace, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's version of Midweek Marketplace. Well, that's it for this week's Marketplace Midweek. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, go ahead and give that like button a big smash. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being a subscriber to the channel. If you aren't a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you're notified every time I upload a new video, because I put car videos out every weekend as well to help you guys out and for your enjoyment. And with all of that said, I hope you guys are doing great, and I'll catch you in the next video. Over the railroad tracks we go. And around the corner, and my microphone's gonna fall off again. Not as bad as in my wife's car. If you didn't see that video, go check it out.